you by my side. My world feels empty now, the pain builds up inside. I tried so many times to imagine that you're here. Pretend you're coming back, pretend that you're still near, but it's no use now, you've moved on. But just remember this, you got a piece of my heart. So please remember me, my love. Don't ever wash away those tears we both cried. And as we go our separate ways, I remember you each day. And maybe one day you'll return with my broken heart. Another lonely day, another sleepless night. I wonder what you're feeling and who's now by your side. I wish I could have changed the way the story goes, rewrite my life with you, and whisper one more time, amore mio, ti amo. 'Cause it's not easy to move on while I'm still so lost in you. You've got a piece of my heart, so please remember me, my love. Don't ever wash away those tears we both cried. And as we go our separate ways, I'll remember you each day. And maybe one day you'll return with my broken heart. This heart of mine belongs to you. You're so deep inside my soul. When two hearts beat as one, don't ever let go. Baby, just remember this. So remember my love. We both cried. And this a separate I remember each day. One day you return with my hands someday. So please remember me, my love. Never wash away those tears we both cried. So never wash away those tears each day of my life. One day you return, you stay in my life. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Hello everybody, how is everybody doing? Welcome to the Giada Live. I cannot see how many people are there. I see actually Janet. She says, Ciao Bella Giada and JJ. I am so glad you are appearing here today. Actually, I'm very happy to be back. So Giada Live has been with you for a year and a half. You know, we had the crazy thoughts and we were actually 100 days every day with you. Do you remember last year at the beginning of COVID? Then I started to do it 3 times a week. Now I cut it down to twice a week. And for the last 2 weeks, actually since COVID started, and now it feels like 10 years ago, but actually it's only last year in March that it started, ladies and gentlemen. I have missed 2 weeks. For 2 weeks I wasn't here with you, neither here, neither on the Love Song Sunday. And I did really miss you. I hope you guys miss me, but I am back. I've been, I'm going to tell you everything I've done, and that's the reason why I wasn't here with you. But it's nice to see everybody appearing there. I see even Bob Marino. Bob, stay there. Bob is the great maestro that was conducting the orchestra when I did my return on stage 2 weeks ago. I will tell you and show you some picture. Welcome, nice to have you here, Bob. So guys, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well, actually. I went back a little bit on that crazy schedule that I had just before COVID and the pandemic world started, you know, the one that you wake up in the morning and you need to go somewhere. Not that during COVID my life was quiet, because every day I was waking up, preparing a show, putting some makeup, and then try to keep you company. And I was such a pleasure to do it. But in the last 2 weeks, actually 3 weeks, I've been traveling a lot, a little bit like old schedule, not really. But anyway, the song that we play at the beginning, thanks to JJ, is Piece of My Heart, is one of my original, and I will sing in for you at the end of the show another one of my original songs. You know, I love to sing these classic songs that everybody loves, but I also like to write my own songs, and I know Piece of My Heart is a special song for me, and many of you love it. And if you like my music when I'm not with you, you can always follow me on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, you know, all those social media pages that when are used very well, properly, they can keep us amazing company. And I know many of you are doing that, because I see the numbers of people of you listening to my music on Spotify, YouTube and Facebook rising every day. So thank you so very much for that. Is July, actually, mid of July, and here at Giada Live, as you may know, we do a signed language. Ever since COVID started, thanks to my friend Diane Fiorentino, I have been teaching myself and teach you sign language, and I will continue to do so. So July actually is also National Minority Mental Health Awareness, and you know that here at Giada Live I want to include everybody. So here's how you sign in America for the people that cannot hear. How you sign national. This is the sign for national. This is the sign for minority. This is the sign for mental health, and this is the sign for awareness, and this is the sign for month. Thanks to Diane Fiorentino, that actually, even if she's home recovering from some issues, health issue that she had in the last couple of days, she's always there ready to give me signs. And last night around midnight I said, hey Diane, I found out there's actually July is National Minority Mental Health Awareness. Can you tell me how to sign to people? And there she was this morning in her pajama, feeling not very well. Give me the sign for National Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. Guys, yeah, you know, so, you know, thank you, Diane, for teaching me, and I will continue to do so. So Bob Marino is there, and so 3 weeks ago, my crazy schedule started to pick up a little bit, because after 15 months of absence from the stage, not from performing, because I've been performing for you ever since COVID started, I was asked to go to do the opening of the 98th summer festival at Redland Bowl in California. There is pictures of that beautiful night with my amazing rhythm section that came from Las Vegas, and the orchestra conducted by Bob Marino, Maestro Bob Marino, that actually is there conducting the orchestra, and is also here today with us on the Circle of Love. Bob, you did an amazing job. This was the thing that 2 days before showtime, actually the conductor, Frank Fetta, I have also a picture. Yes, by the way, is Bob with his father and his brother. And often his brother is also with us, and his father, ladies and gentlemen. Do you remember the song, When the moon hits your eye like a bigger pizza pie, that's amore. I will share with you tomorrow a very interesting story about that song that was written by the father of Bob. Remember, Harry Warren put the signature of the song, but it was the father of Bob that wrote it. And I will tell you tomorrow a very interesting story about everything happened. And I say tomorrow because tomorrow we have the Love Song Sunday on my Patreon page, and I always like to share kind of more details and private stories with you. So thank you, Bob, for letting me know that story. And I love that song, so maybe that's one of the songs that I'm supposed to sing for you tomorrow. Who knows? I will surprise you. 2 p.m. tomorrow. So Redland Bowl, so I was telling you, the concert was happening, and it was supposed to be under the conduction. By the way, that's the bowl. In the afternoon I arrived, and they said, it's going to be with audience. There's JJ, by the way, there. That was the day before when we arrived, and that was the day of the sound check. And they said, if everybody comes, we're going to have between 3,000 and 5,000 people. And believe it or not, close to 3,000 people came out the night of the ball. That is the beginning of the concert. The concert starts at 8, of course, and you could see the sky was still lighted. And then later in the night, it got dark. And Bob Marino was so kind, actually, that 2 days before, no, I think a week before the concert, right, Bob? Well, we heard that Maestro Frank Fetta, the conductor of the Redland Bowl Orchestra, was not able to do the whole concert because he was recovering from some illness himself. So we needed a conductor. And conductor, let me tell you, it's very important for an orchestra, because an orchestra, they're all great musicians, but they need a leader of the baton telling them with directions and how to keep the orchestra together. And so we didn't have a conductor, and my agent, Owen Kishner, said, I know a guy would be perfect for you. So Bob came back from, where was he, JJ? He was, where were you, Bob? He was doing a job somewhere outside California, lives in California. Near Chicago, I think it was. He flew back, he learned all the 18 songs in the repertoire. He came there on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We did rehearse for the orchestra, and then showtime was amazing. I even made him dance with me. Ladies and gentlemen, for the one of you that were at Redland Bowls, it was a magnificent night. JJ have more pictures to show you, of course. The orchestra was amazing, actually. We had some amazing string player. And I think we also have a picture with Frank Fetta that actually at the end he surprised us. That's Maestro Frank Fetta. He came and he accompanied me on one song on the piano. He accompanied me on Cinema Paradiso. That's me and Frank on Cinema Paradiso. It was a spectacular night. It was the theme of the night was my new show, Songs from the Movie. So we went from Skyfall of Adele, from Moon River, from Breakfast at Tiffany, of course, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And here is that at the end that they gave me, of course, flowers for thanking me for being part of this the season, the opening of the 98th season, non-stop. It's unbelievable about it. By the way, it's an open air concert available for everybody, free of tickets. It's on donations only, and it was just amazing. And if you notice, that beautiful little dress I'm wearing was the famous dress called Pacifica, that amazing designer Randolph Duke, the dress some of the biggest stars. I always say I love to mention one, Barbara Streisand. He made that dress for me, and it was delivered from Rhode Island to California to me 1 day before showtime. So he has my size, of course. God forbid I get bigger or smaller, I'm gonna get in trouble. And he made the beautiful dress Pacifica that everybody is talking about. And actually, there is also, it's been a funny moment. At a certain point, I did a song, A Million Dreams, from the Greatest Showman. And you see those girls, they were dancing in front of me. I called them on stage to sing the little part. And you remember the song, A Million Dreams? And every night I cry, na 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 na, a million dreams is all I gonna need. So they were singing the whole song with me. You see me, I don't remember the lyrics. They knew them all. So I called them on stage, and all 5 of those little girls wanted to be singers when they grow up older. And the mother wrote me the most beautiful messages telling me that they will never forget the moment when I invited them on stage to sing a piece of A Million Dreams with me. And that's actually, you can see the audience. There were some songs like Será, Será, of course. And I asked the audience, after a year and a half of a pandemic, staying at home, I invited some of them to come in front and dance with me. And boy, they did dance. And actually also maestro, Bob Marino. Yes, there you are. Give a love to Gaga. Yes, thank you, Bob. Yes, Gaga actually is maestro Gaetano Randazzo, who wrote all these amazing arrangements. It was supposed to come. COVID made not possible for him to come from Sicily, so Bob stepped in, and Gaga was with us on FaceTime, it's true. And Bob, I even made Bob Marino, which is a very serious conductor who has worked with some of the greatest names, I made him dance with me. And I also made him, I asked him, I told him how to conduct the orchestra. We did a song and we made everybody laugh. And I think we have a picture, JJ, where I am conducting the orchestra, teaching the great maestro Bob Marino how to do it. I will find a picture. Still, I have all my pictures in my telephone. So Bob, you were amazing, and Gaga, sei meraviglioso. Gaga and Bob are two great maestros, and they deliver for me the most beautiful music to sing. And Gaga, I really hope the next time you're gonna be there with us. The beautiful gown, I also was able to wear it actually a week after, because I went to the Redland Bowl, for the Redland Bowl, where, by the way, many people of the Circle of Love there, because Sal and Diane were there, Rogers and Sally got there, Bob and Mary Lou Bodop came from Las Vegas, and Len and Linda Akehouse come from Las Vegas. I think we had 30 people that came from Vegas to be with me at the return on stage, I would say. So, but anyway, that night went so fast, guy. It was amazing, but he flew like fast like that. The 2 hours on stage were like that, and then I stepped into the car and I went to Los Angeles to start to put some vocals on my album that will be released November 1st. So I went to Greg Field. Actually, I've been to California in 2 weeks 3 times, back and forward, back and forward. So 2 days I'm here, 2 days I'm in LA. And one of those trips, actually, I had also Sal and Diane Fiorentino from our Circle of Love coming there with me, and we had an amazing time. There it is. We had pizza actually in California there after 8 hours. Normally it's 4 hours driving from Vegas to California. It took us 8 hours that particular day because of the traffic. So I light up, I put down some great vocals. That's us in Yermo. In Yermo there is the spectacular place where you can buy candies. Guys, if you ever go from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, or from Los Angeles to Vegas, you have to stop in Yermo. There is this place called Yermo Place, and is only Andy's World is only candy, like I would say miles of candy. Look in the back of us, only candy, chocolates, nuts with sugar stuff is amazing. Of course, every time I go to Los Angeles, I have to stop in Yermo to buy some licorice. You see, I love it. And I was able to go also with Diane and Sal. Thank you guys for driving us and being our chaperone. So when I came back from that, I went to the Dennis Bono. Yes, Dennis Bono here in Vegas is back too. So I was able to go on stage of the Dennis Bono to Coast as the official presenter. Corey Sachs was out of town performing, and that's me wearing the Pacifica again last week at the Dennis Bono show. And boy, it was nice to see everybody at the Dennis Bono show. Thank you, Dennis, for having me. And here we come to something that happened. Is it a Sunday 2 weeks ago already? Yeah. Sunday 2 weeks ago. So we did the rhythm section at Capitol Records, as you may remember, with the A team, as you know, Nathan East on bass. Look at that, Shelley Bergs on piano, Greg Field with his 8 Grammys producing, Anthony Wilson and Tariq Cooney on guitar, two most amazing guitar player. Tariq played with Josh Groban and Anthony plays with Diana Krall. So we needed to have the strings, and the planning was to go to London and record it with the Royal Philharmonic at the Abbey Road Studios, Studio A. COVID is happening, and I was so crashed that I couldn't go there and record the vocals with the orchestra. Modern time, you don't need to go to London anymore. You can do everything remotely. So I was in Las Vegas. My producer was in Los Angeles. One of the writers was in Miami, Shelley Berg. Another one was in Los Angeles, Chris Walden, and actually Jorge Calandrelli was out of LA. That's me. Woke up 5 o'clock in the morning, and on the computer I was able to see the Royal Philharmonic playing my Christmas music conducted by Bob Ziegler, which is one of the greatest conductor, Grammy winner, multiple winning conductor. He conducts all the movies, the orchestra, Royal Philharmonic for the movies of James Bond and all of them, Star Wars, and so many of them. So my circle of love is amazing because there was a friend of ours. I know you all know him, and you know he's going to be with us today. Richard Unger. Richard Unger lives in Liverpool, which I think is like 2 or 3 hours outside of London. When he heard that I could not go to London, Richard is, we're going to talk with him, is a professional cameraman and photographer. And he said, listen, I know you have zero budget for such a thing, but I am willing to help you. He said, I take my car, my gear, I go to Abbey Road, and I will film and captures in videos and in pictures the orchestra. That's our Rich. He will be with us in a second. There's actually Richard sitting on the mixer at Abbey Road Studio, and that's Studio A, where the Beatles have recorded all their records. And he's been able to capture all the sounds. Then one of these days I'm going to make the making of the album, so I will be having video footage of the Royal Philharmonic playing my Christmas album. And before I introduce Richard, I'm going to play for you a little piece of the video. Bear in mind that this is how it works. This is how good is the Royal Philharmonic. They put in front of them music notes, and the music notes are very small. And like, I don't know how many of them they are, more than 30, 40 musicians. When Bob Ziegler said, we go, Bob Ziegler can hear on the headphone the rhythm section, so the guitar, the drums, the orchestra is only following what Bob Ziegler is telling to them, and this is the way they play. Even Richard, when he was doing the video to send it to me, he said, you have no idea what I'm hearing. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to the orchestra, how amazing is the Royal Philharmonic of London. This is a little video that Rich sent it to me. Here we go. They are playing Merry Christmas, Darling. By the way, in a couple of hours, 13 songs. The album has 14 songs and they play 13 of them. What you heard is only the orchestra. Then, of course, there is going to be the guitars, the piano, and the vocals that we, by the way, finished in English. Last week, I recorded all my English vocals. I couldn't be in London, but thanks to Richard Unger, I was in London. And I'm going to show you in a second when I introduce you my guest some pictures that Richard was able to take. So without further ado, he's in Liverpool. He stayed up late at night to be here with us. Let me check if Rich is with us, Richard Unger. They went there to Abbey Road Studio 8 where the Beatles were and so many great, amazing music is being played. And I want to pick his brain to hear and to tell all of us actually how was it to be at Abbey Road. So, ladies and gentlemen, from Liverpool, here is our circle of love, Rich. Richard, welcome.
How you doing? I'm good. I'm good.
How are you?
What a treat.
No, what a
I think
treat.
there's two momentous occasions recently. One is going to Abbey Road, and the other one is being on your streaming show with you.
You're sweet. So, Rich, now me is nothing comparing Abbey Road. So, you go there. At what time did you go in? How was it? I know you have been there. I'm going to ask you in a second. First, let's talk about these things, and then I want to pick your brain and know more about you. But so you went there. You walked in. The orchestra was already sitting on their chair. How did it go?
Well, we got the call sheet, which I got from Abbey Road, to say that everybody was getting together at 2:00. So I'd not worked as a cameraman in a studio of this caliber before. I worked in other studios, but nothing like this. And I made the mistake of thinking it would be like a film set, and it's nothing like a film set. It's a completely different animal altogether. And I should have got there much earlier and prepped, but because of traffic and driving down from Liverpool 5 hours, that wasn't going to happen. So it's a case of just turning up at 2:00 and grabbing a camera out of my bag and just start filming. I wasn't given a timeline, so I didn't know what was being recorded when. I just had to just shoot as off the arm, so to speak. But
was the people nice to you? How was it? Did you get to meet some people of the orchestra? Did you?
Everybody. Oh, everybody. Yeah, just there was plenty of breaks and stuff like that. And I was talking to, a cellist, and a guy who was doing the oboe, and there was two guys that were playing the violins. I was just chatting away.
That's awesome. Thank
just
you for
regular,
doing that.
just regular, very, very nice people, down to earth, no egos, just lovely, lovely people to be with. Funny thing was that when I turned up, I got escorted from the front door by the director of the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. He took me down into the studio, and they put me in a side room to the main control room, which was a vocal booth. And next to that, there was another vocal booth, which had a piano in it. And there was a guy in there just playing the piano casually, plonking away, And it happened to be a Steinway, which I've never even seen before. And I just thought he was one of the crew, to be honest. I just thought he was one of the regular guys. And that was Robert Ziegler. And I had no idea who he was. I just thought he was one of the crew. So I'm talking away with him, and he said, yeah, I'm the conductor. I went, oh, great, okay. But then they said to me, it's Robert Ziegler, and I just wanted to find a big hole to dig myself into, because I know Robert Ziegler's music from Star Wars. The guy is just an absolute maestro. But I certainly wasn't expecting him to be in the room plonking away at a piano waiting to start conducting. He was in there. That's right. So it's like me putting my foot in it again,
But thank you very much for doing all of that, because I know it was a very long, long day. Actually, Rich sent me at a certain point when he said, I'm almost done. I said, no. I said, Rich, you have to stay until the end. I need a little piece of footage for all the songs they play, all the 13 songs. So it was like, oh my gosh. So at a certain point, he sent me these pictures. So I broke Richard. Can you find a picture? This is Richard. With all his gear and his camera.
My back was killing me, so I had to lie down for 5 minutes, and one of the assistants picked up my camera and just took a picture of me lying on the floor.
And that's you on Studio A of the Beatles, right?
Yeah. One of the guys, they used my mobile phone to take a picture of me working, so I thought, it would be fun. But yeah, my back was playing up, so I had to lie down for 5 minutes. But
so thank you for doing that, Rich. I know it was a long day for you.
Yeah, it was a long day. But I remember the first 5 minutes when I walked out with my camera and they started playing, I was speechless. You listen to 40-piece strings in a live room in a perfectly acoustic environment. I think I sent you a text that said it's emotional. Yeah. That's what it was. It was emotional. And I thought to myself, there must be angels that play harps in heaven, this is where they train. You
That's
know,
a nice thought.
this is where they learn how to do it before they go there, because they're just amazing. I'm just going to correct you on something earlier you said earlier. All the musicians have headphones and they're listening to your vocal.
There was
It's
no
not
vocal
just,
bridge.
well, whatever you recorded in whatever you recorded in LA,
Yeah,
they
but
were
you
listening
understand
to
that for
on,
some
on.
songs they had rhythm section. For some songs they only had click tracks because
All right,
there
okay.
was no mix. That's why I thought it was incredible. I mean, you thought you got emotional when you were there. Me, I woke up at 5, so I put the music on my computer, put my speakers in front of me. That's me on my couch.
Yeah.
You took a
Yeah.
pictures of me, right? That's
Yeah,
me
yeah, I
because they
thought
had
it
a
was so
split.
funny.
And Rich, when they started to play, I think the first song they played was indeed "Merry Christmas, Darling." The one they
Yeah.
were, I couldn't
Yeah.
believe the perfections, how heavenly
Oh,
perfect they
you've got,
sounded.
you have no idea. You have got absolutely no idea. When you get the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, you have got the best of the best. I mean, these people, they speak music better than I speak English. To them it's just a natural language, and they do it so fluently. They are so good.
Yeah.
It's incredible. When they were doing sections, which was only a few seconds of a particular on a particular track, I remember listening to Greg say, "I just want to do this section again a little bit quicker," and he's talking, and I'm listening. These musicians, they come in absolutely on note, on key, on time, spot on, and they just do like 3 or 4 seconds and then stop. And it's like, how can they do that so accurately? It's just brilliant. It was a real experience.
Yeah. Thank you for capturing in video for me, because I mean, my original plane was supposed to be there, which would have been great because I would have get to meet you.
Yeah.
But next time, I said I hope to get
Yeah. There'll be another time. Yeah,
exactly.
there'll be
But
another time, and I'll
Rich,
be
for
there.
the one of the people that don't know you, because I know a little bit of your history, so you step in and you said I want to go there and I can take videos for you, and thank you for that. But it was not the first. What I mean, now during COVID, we are all at home doing basically other stuff, but you have been behind cameras and taking pictures in many occasions for big names. Can you share with us some fun story and a little bit of your background?
Well, in a nutshell, I left school at 15, and I got a job as an apprenticeship as a stagehand in Manchester at a place called the Palace Theatre in Manchester. And I was completely naive. I'd been working voluntary in a local repertory theatre in Chester, where I live, backstage for some years, and I decided, I wanted to work in theatre. So a friend of a friend, family friend, got me a job working at the Palace in Manchester. What I didn't know at the time is what was going to be the next 6 months of me working in there, because within 2 weeks, I'm building sound systems for Queen, Genesis, Motley Hoople, Pink Floyd, Tina Turner, Herb Alpert, and Tijuana Brass, the Bolshoi Ballet, the Welsh National Opera. It was a major concert venue outside London, and every week there was a name act coming in.
Oh, wow.
And that was my initiation into theatre. And I concentrated on sound and lighting. And then after I left there, I toured with the Royal Ballet, Welsh National Opera, a few bands, cabaret singers, things like that. When I got to 21, I was working in London, and I thought, I'm not going to go anywhere with this. I need to go and get a qualification and do something else. So I changed completely and got involved in photography. So I then did a 4-year HND, High National Diploma Certificate in photography, and then started photographing bands.
Ah.
And then at that time, I got a job working as a resident cameraman at a leisure centre, which is not far from here, called D-Side. And that was a major concert venue as well. So I photographed Kiss, The Jam, The Clash,
Wow.
Debbie Harry twice. A funny story. I've got to tell you about it. When I was in I was at the gig. The stage crew, who were American, well, I was talking to them. They said, "Do you know anywhere around here where we can get some clothes washed, because we've not washed our clothes in like weeks, And so I tell you what, we've got 3 hours before the show starts. You come home with me, okay, to my house, Chester, and you can use my mom's washing machine, wash your clothes, stuff like that. So I took about 8 people of Debbie Harry's backstage crew back home to my mom's house, and we walked through the front door and I said, Mum, can we feed these people? So she fed them, and she took all their clothes and washed the clothes and ironed it, and we all went back, and everybody was, So that was my experience with Debbie Harry's crew.
Wow. My question was,
but,
when she took the clothes off, was she wearing other kind of clothes?
yeah. Not my mum didn't take the clothes off. No. We just walked in with bin bags full of clothes. We just washed and cleaned them.
Hey, Rich, you also have a funny story with Diana Ross and picture. Can you share with people that one?
Yeah,
we all love Diana Ross here.
I was at the same venue. Kiss came, and I was doing backstage pictures with the management of the theatre. It's actually a leisure centre, and then there was this black, gorgeous-looking lady with a big camera, and I thought she was from a magazine or somewhere, and she's leaning over my shoulder, taking a picture of what I'm taking, which is kind of, you don't do that with photographers. You wait your turn, and then, you come and do your own thing. So I said to her, hey, excuse me, do you mind just backing off and leave me alone for a minute, and then you can come and she was all apologetic, very nice, and, fine, okay. So I did my picture, and then I said, it's your turn, you go and do your thing. And then one of the crew came up to me afterwards. He said, do you know who that was? I went, no, it's just Diana Ross. I just went, oh, shit,
It's your history, recognizing.
Yeah, because she was going out with the lead singer from Kiss at the time.
Oh, that's why.
And that's why she was there, But I thought, of all the people to take off, it's like, oh, God, Never mind.
Nice to know that even though you told her not to take pictures, she was very polite and she apologized. So she's a very.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. No, she got it. She got it. But it's one of the unwritten rules. One photographer, you don't copy what another photographer's doing.
Makes sense.
You just don't do that. And when they do, it's like, what you get paid to be a photographer. Be a photographer. Don't copy what people.
The most I would say emotional moment that you had in your career as a photographer. Did you photograph somebody that you really liked, that was one of your idols?
In 1982, I went out to Australia to work on a newspaper for a couple of years, and when I was there in December 1982, I think it was. I was given a job by the newspaper to go and do a feature story, which was a double-page spread, about 8 pictures. And Sammy Davis Jr. came to Perth in Western Australia to do a telethon, and they gave me the job. And so I went and spent an afternoon with Sammy Davis Jr. and got a bit drunk.
That you still remember, though.
Yeah, he was great. He was just great. He loves publicity. And he likes to drink, and he was just he'll do anything for you, But while we were there, I did the pictures, and he said, "Where are you going?" He said, "Do you like to have a drink?" I said, "Yeah." So I said, "Stick around and have a drink with us." So got drunk with Sammy Davis Jr. But that was cool. That was one I remember.
Hey,
but,
Richard, everybody knows you from Richard Unger from the Circle of Love, and they have never seen you before. Of course, me and you, we have been in touch many times. But how is everything going now in England now during this pandemic thing?
I got my own opinions about it. It's not bad. It's not as bad as it was last year. I look at the numbers of the people that are still in hospital and the people that are getting sick, and there's no drastic reduction in the number of infections. And that's the key. It's like when the hospitals are no longer under pressure, you can say, well, now, we've got a handle on this. That's not happening at the moment. So although our Prime Minister is going to probably open up the country more than it is, because he's under pressure from the public. They want to go back to work, they want to go to business, and people want to go to pubs and they want to enjoy the restaurants. have we controlled the pandemic? No, I don't think we have.
I think
Do I
nobody
want the
knows at
country
this
open
point,
up?
but
Yes, I do. But
yeah.
should we maintain restrictions? And I say, yeah, I
How
think we
is
should.
with the vaccinations in the United Kingdom? Is a lot of people taking having the vaccines? Because I
Yeah,
think
yeah. They started with the older and the more infirm and the frail people, and they worked their way down from the top to by
yeah.
age. I got mine. About 2 months ago, and I've had my double joy. But I've heard locally that they are now down onto 20-year-olds and teenagers.
Because I mean,
Um,
I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, but I had a discussion actually with somebody that I met a few days ago, Italian, that was going to Italy, lives in Vegas, did not had a shot, and she didn't want to get a shot because she said she didn't believe in the shot. But I am like, listen, not getting the vaccines and going around means we can get the COVID and we can still
yeah,
spreading the COVID around. So I
you
I
know,
said I think everybody should get it, and I mean they're not stupid that they are gonna give us some vaccines that
you
is
know,
gonna kill us. That's my
yeah. I mean, there is a minority group of people
yeah.
that think it's drugs. It's not drugs. It's proteins. That there's nothing harmful in it. But they just don't want to take the
I
vaccinations,
know.
and it's just like I give up. I can't explain it to these
Me
people
neither.
because they just
I
don't.
try
You
everybody
know,
that has a little bit of brain. I say, if you have a little bit of
yeah,
brain, just take the
yeah,
vaccine so we can put enhance to this and go back to singing, performing,
yeah.
acting. For you, I hope the business is gonna be picking up soon, Rich. So you will be able to take more pictures, more videos. In the meantime, I have to thank you really for doing what you did for me, to taking the risk to go to London and
Oh,
living actually what was my dream. You had part of my dream, which is something that makes me happy, Rich, because you thank me for what I have done with my Giada life, and now I am grateful to you because you are now officially part of my dream. Because your name is gonna be
well,
on the CD.
let me just add in. This past year, I live alone. I'm not married. I've got no children. So, I have isolation is 10 times worse because you have no one to talk to. I don't have a wife, don't have children, we don't have pets.
Yeah,
There's nobody. And most of the people, I mean, I've lost 8 people in the past 12 months to various diseases, not including
yeah,
COVID. You know, a lot of the people that I've known for most of my life have died. And so my own personal circle of friends is getting smaller. And it makes you feel very lonely and isolated. And then you come along and you create a social group. And when it was on every day, it was my thing to do every day was to tune in and just listen to what you're doing because it keeps me connected with the outside world. And I have to thank you and applaud you for that because I'm very much aware of mental health and what depression can do for people. And you're a shining light in that. So it's good.
and Rich, I'm always say, I know you thank me also personally, and many people actually during COVID share the same thing you said, their loneliness and the fact that sometimes the brain makes you have crazy thoughts when you are alone. But I'm always say, I also have to be thankful for all of you that have been there with me every day, because even though I was not alone, I'm with JJ. It was very tough for me to first to not be able to do what I love. Second, to receive all these notifications of people that were struggling for loneliness, which is something that I mean should have we should have never had this kind of situation. So I'm very grateful to you too, also Rich, for sharing these thoughts with all of us. I mean, I
Well,
worked very hard to do the Jada Life, and I'm very grateful to you for saying that. The little things I did brought some joy into your life. And remember,
yeah,
Rich, I'm always here for you. But everybody on the Circle of Love, and by the way, I see a lot of people there writing amazing comments. We're going to be reading, Rich and I will be reading all of them and putting our love and light.
Can I
Hey,
just
all
give it?
happy
I
to
want to
see
give
you,
a shout.
Rich.
I want to give a shout out for Diane.
Yes.
I'm
Diane,
stay
Sam,
well.
Rosa,
Okay.
all our Sal is
And
there.
I give a shout out. I'd like to give a shout out to Andre in Portugal, my Latin vocal teacher. Hola, Andre. Como vai?
Hola, Andre, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, because it's true. Rich during COVID, of course, Rich couldn't go no places. So I was singing, and he picked up actually the passion for music again. And so you are starting taking vocal classes with Andre, and you send me sometimes recording of your vocals. You ask me
Yeah,
what I think about it.
it was it was my doctor's idea actually because I was having a bad time because my mum had a seizure and I actually thought she was going to die,
Yeah,
and I was going through a very difficult time emotionally. And I'm not the kind of person that would go to drugs or alcohol or to self medicate that way. And it was actually my doctor said to me, "You need to have something challenging. You need to have something new to do." And we started talking, and it was actually my doctor said, "Why don't you just go singing? Because it was something you always wanted to do." So I started concentrating on that, and then I reached out via Facebook for a Latin-speaking music teacher, and Andre responded. So he was teaching me for ages. He stopped for a little while. He said he's been having some difficult times of his own,
yeah.
but we've become good mates, and we talk often, and we'll probably be talking after this. Actually, he'll probably buzz me.
Hooray! Keep Rich
But
busy.
he's great. He's great because he sings in Italian, Spanish, French, German, Portuguese. You
Awesome.
know, he knows it all. So and so that's why I built my home
Your little
studio,
studio,
which is
yeah,
behind
we
me.
see it. What are you using, Logic or Pro Tools, to record your
Oh
vocals
no,
with that?
I use Persona Studio One,
Oh, Persona Studio
and
One.
yeah, I use Persona. And I've got an AR16 mixer here, and I use my TV as my computer monitor.
I
You
have
know,
one in front of me
it's
too. Yeah,
yeah. So
modern times.
mine's like 40 inches wide. So I when I was at Abbey Road, when we had the breaks, I was just all over the equipment and making notes and looking at it and studying it and seeing how the acoustics are, and I was taking pictures of the walls because they got pretty patterns on
Yeah,
them.
they
Those
have all
pretty
kind.
patterns,
Yeah,
they're there
and
for a reason.
you shared something that was really nice for me to hear, that everybody at Abbey Roads, they had scores and music charts. Even the sound engineer Simon,
Yeah,
everybody was
yeah,
following. So they're all music
yeah,
readers. And actually, I was talking with Greg after you told me that video, Greg Field, and he said indeed that their whole you don't get a job at Abbey Roads unless you are a music
you
reader.
got to read music.
You have to
You
read
have to read
music.
music.
Even the
Yeah,
last of the engineer needs to be able to know where in
yeah,
the score they are and
yeah,
make
yeah,
adjustment, which is it's very
yeah,
professional.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's three main people in the control room. There's Simon Gibson, who's the head engineer there. He was on the desk. He reads
Yeah.
music. Next to him is the Pro Tools engineer. He reads music. Then behind him is a guy who's looking after the communication link that you all had. He reads music.
Yeah.
And then behind him, in another room, is the network engineer who's there, and they
We heard him on
read
the
music as
yeah.
well. So everybody knows where everybody is by reading the music.
Yeah, it was
And I
just
just thought
amazing.
that's just incredible.
That's awesome.
It's like,
Rich, I'll let
wow.
you go to sleep because I think it's also almost time. 2:44. I mean, it was such a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm going to be sharing with the people more pictures and video. I see also Antonio, Janet is with us, everybody of the Circle of Love. Look, they're all there with us. And Rich, also keep an eye on the comments. Then later go also right back to them because I'm sure
Yeah.
many of the comments
Oh.
also regarding you.
I just forgot. We're going to shout out for Doug as well because he told me about his broken piano.
Oh,
Did you hear about that?
no? Oh, yeah, Doug. Yeah. I saw. And
Yeah.
Doug moved is
So-
I don't know if Doug is there with us. We'll see probably later. Yeah, Doug moved from California
I
to
hope so, yeah.
South Carolina, and they ruined this piano. But JJ and I, we moved. I don't know how many times, JJ. I don't know how many times we moved. More than 10 times, and we had good movers and very bad movers that destroyed some of our most precious and valuable things. And you know what? Even
I'm
though
just amazed.
you
I'm
sign all
amazed
those
that they've
paper,
got.
Rich, they are always right.
They
There's no way to
broke a
protect
piano
our
in
value.
transit. I just find that staggering.
Yeah, it's disturbing. Anyway, Rich, I want to thank you for being with us. You know, we have Diane watching, so raise your hands with the I love you. Yeah,
Hang on a minute,
and
please.
being practice, Rich.
That one.
There we go, Diane. Here
There
we
you
go.
go. There you
And do you
go.
know the sign of connection?
Is it that way?
So now, like this, 2 fingers like this. No.
Is that it?
Yeah. Move your hands a little bit open, like a butterfly. That's perfect. Put it down on your face.
Okay.
I'm sure Diane is going to take a screenshot of us. There we go. So, Rich,
All right.
love you. Thank you for what you have done for me. Thank you for being part of our circle of love. Thank you for the stand
Pleasure.
that you sent us to JJ Knights from Liverpool in the beginning of the Giada Live. We still use it. I know I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow for the Giada Love Song Sunday, and I'm going to share
Yeah.
more video and more things about you. So thank you for everything, and thank you for sharing your heart and all your thoughts always with us. And you know, each and every one of us, we are always here. You have a big family now with all of us. All crazy, but we are all with you. So
Awesome.
raise your hand,
Awesome.
Rich. Thank you for
Okay.
going to Abbey Road and for everything for me. We love
No worries.
you. Good
Love you
night.
too. Okay. Take care.
You
Bye.
too. Bye, Rich. That was Rich Hunger all the way from Liverpool. What time is in Liverpool for Rich right now? In the middle of the night, he was all dressed up. He cleaned up his room. He put his microphone. And what a beautiful video he has sent it to me from the Abbey Road studio. I mean, it's impressive how during this COVID, we all got disconnected to our families, but we got connected in different way. And actually, not only we got connected with our loved one in the let's say more conventional way, FaceTime and the phones, but we got through social media to have what I call a extra big circle of love. People and like Rich, that it's now I feel like I know him. I never met him actually personally, but I feel like he's another brother from another mother, living all the way in Liverpool, and now he's also part of my dream. This dream that I have to make in this beautiful Christmas album, so all the people that just like me believe in kindness, believes in love, will be part of it. And by the way, you can still buy songs from the album if you want. There is a special way that you can have a song in the album with all these big names that are going to be attached, dedicated to somebody that you love. So should you be interested, you can shoot me a message and I will tell you all about it. Your of course, it comes to a price, because basically your donations for the song, besides that you get 100 copy of the CD and your name in the CD, is also helping me to do all video clips and promotional things. Remember, I want to run for a Grammy, so I need some money for publicity. I'm an independent artist. No matter how you think I am a superstar, I'm an independent artist with a long way to go and always in need of support. So if you can support me and you would love to dedicate one of the Christmas songs, there are 14 songs, only 14, ladies and gentlemen, so not so many. If you want to dedicate a song to somebody you love that is still here or not here anymore, just shoot me an email and I will make sure that JJ will let you know all about it. I know some of you already did it. Diane and Sal, actually, they already did it. And love you for that. And guys, without further ado, I'm going to leave you with a song. I see also Elena is there. She was the host of my Christmas concert last Christmas, of course. I don't know if Roger was with us. Was Roger? Did you see Roger? I didn't see Roger. It might be the first time we don't see Roger with us. But anyway, we have Elena. She guested the show. Love you, girl. And I'm going to leave you with a song. Thank you, Bob Marino. Giada, you are a true ambassador of kindness and love. And Bob, I think finding you, Bob Marino, I found another brother, part of this beautiful circle of love that I'm aiming to be. You're kind, you're lovable, beside being a great maestro and an amazing human being. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Bob. This is the sign for I love you, and give my love to your brother and most of all to your amazing father. And I leave you with a song. So every time, tomorrow, if you want to have more song, tomorrow is Love Song Sunday at 2 p.m. on my Patreon page. You have to subscribe. It's going to cost you a minimum of $1, but you can go up to as much as you want to, crazy as much as you want to be part of it. And tomorrow I'm going to be singing more song, but I'm going to leave you with actually a song that I wrote. I love to write music, and I thought this was appropriate to sing this one to you. I wrote it a few years back to what at the time was a smaller circle of love for all the people that really are part of my life, part of my dreams, my family, JJ, of course, and my fans that are becoming every day. That circle is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's called Every Time. And I recorded as a demo recently with Paul Humbach here in Las Vegas. And I want to sing it for you. I never released the song. My next project after the Christmas thing is going to be songs from the movie, and I want to do an album with all my originals. So I decided today to leave you with this song. It's called Every Time. I want to dedicate this one to Rich, that went to London for me, and each and every one of you here on my circle of love. I'm trying to sing it for you. It's getting hot and dry in here, Jaja. It's called Every Time, guy. Enjoy it. It doesn't matter what life may put me through. Whatever happens, I know that I've got you. All of the good times make it all worthwhile. Now we know what we've got together. And I know every time I'm feeling lonely, every time when hope deserts me, every time I'm low, I know you are more than just a friend, always there. Every time I stop believing, every time I think of leaving, every time I fall, I call and you catch me in the end. No need to worry, we've got love on our side. No need to hurry, lie back, enjoy the ride. Take me to heaven and take me to your heart, and we'll leave all the pain behind us, and then we'll leave all the pain behind us. And I know every time I'm feeling lonely, every time when hope deserts me, every time I am low, I know you are more than just a friend, always there. Every time I stop believing, every time I think of leaving, every time I fall, I call and you catch me in the end. Every time. Every time I'm feeling lonely, every time when hope deserts me, every time I'm low, I know you are more than just a friend, always there. Every time I stop believing, every time I think of leaving, every time I fall, I call and you catch me in the end. No need to worry, we've got love on our side. Every time. Guys, it was so nice to be back with all of you today. Thank you to Richard Unger for appearing today and be part of this Giada Live. I see Richard is already there writing his comments. For the one of you that can travel, I will be going back on a stage December the 3rd with my Christmas concert in New York City at the Loreto Theater, and December 5th I'm gonna be here at the Smith Center in Las Vegas. Tickets are already for sale. If you want to buy your ticket, of course, they are small venues, so they will go faster than the bigger one like the Redland Bowl. You have to go on giadavalenti.com and you can buy your seats for the concert. It's going to be a Christmas concert, both of you actually, December 3rd in New York City and December 5th here in Las Vegas. As everything goes well, the album Love Under the Christmas Tree will be a debut in November the 3rd, but of course I will have like a release party, maybe a virtual one that you can participate. I will see with JJ what we can figure it out. out. So if you come to the concert, of course, the 3rd and the 5th in New York and Las Vegas, you're gonna hear also the sound for us performed live for all of you. For now, I'm gonna say I love you. I'm gonna see all of you tomorrow 2 p.m. at the Love Song Sunday on my Patreon page. It's gonna be the last video actually for a little bit, because I will be traveling for the next 2 months. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the Giada Live in this form with the video, but I was thinking that maybe I can do it in a sort of a podcast. So wherever I am, I can put a microphone and go in front of the computer and just stay in contact with you. But I will make sure to let you know where the Giada Live will continue. For sure, I will be back with the Giada Live starting in mid-September. So this is not a goodbye, guys. I'm gonna be with you, but as I said, not through the social media in this way with the video, but with the microphone. But I will be in very nice places in the world, so I will be communicating with you from my magic travels around the world while I'm putting together my Christmas album for all of you. So guys, raise your hand. This means I love you, as you remember. I'll see you all tomorrow so I can share more news about my coming travels coming up. And guys, it's been a pleasure to be with you here today, and stay safe. Wear your mask, still continue to wear your mask. Take your shots, your vaccine if you have not done it, so we can start traveling. And remember, next year we are planning to go all together to Italy, so we need to put an end to this pandemic and this COVID. Raise your hands. I love you. Diane, feel better soon. And each and every one of you here in my circle of love. Guys, I love you with all my heart, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Giada Love Song Sunday, and soon on my podcast. Ciao!
Dankeschön, dear old Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Though I'm here in my solitude, I know you are there, and in my heart I smile again. And so I sing here in my solitude, waiting to see you, same time, same place, and I can't wait to say again, Dankeschön, Dankeschön, Dankeschön.